And they're not great. I'm pulling up a couple examples on Twitter right now as well. People who are more dedicated to actually going through the Justice Department said on Friday it was releasing many more records from its investigative files on Jeffrey Epstein, resuming disclosures under law. Yeah. Todd Blanche said the department was releasing more than 3 million pages of documents in the latest Epstein disclosure, as well as more than 2,000 videos and 1,800 or 180,000 images. Files which are being posted to the department's website include some of the several million pages of records that the officials said were withheld from the initial release in December. They're big. It's a big drop of files. I mean, we got shit like this showing his fucking prison. That's where he slept. That's where he got killed. We generally do not identify those who say they have been sexually assaulted. We must take significant efforts. Oh yeah, that's how I'm looking through them. Howard Lutnick appears to have visited Epstein's Island, Commerce Secretary. Dude! 3 million pages in pure black ink. That's true, chat. That's true. Lutnick has tried to distance himself from the associations with Epstein, saying in a 2025 interview that he cut ties with the sex offender decades ago, calling him gross, even though he visited in 2011. Two men's lives continue to intersect. As recently as 2018, documents show that year Epstein contributed to a philanthropic dinner honing Lutnick, or honoring Lutnick. What am I? Can I read today, chat? Honoring Lutnick. The year prior, two men spent each other emails about the construction of a building across the street from both their homes. Lutnick didn't respond to an emailed request for comment on Friday afternoon. Nobody's responding to requests, by the way, because Elon Musk was pretty largely implicated here as well. The documentation contained hundreds of friendly text messages between Epstein and Steve Bannon, by the way. Ooh, our big boy Steve Bannon. This is the former chief strategist for Trump's shocking, yeah, that's true. Epstein told him his pilot and crew are doing their best to pick him up. So Bannon basically was like, yo, Epstein, I'm in Rome right now. Can you give me a ride? Like, you're plane nearby? Epstein messaged Bannon, now you can understand why Trump wakes up in the middle of the night sweating that he hears you and I are friends. Epstein was arrested. Yeah, so in June, they were talking about how Trump is stressed out that Bannon and Epstein are friends. And then in July, Epstein was arrested. So this is already 3 years into the Trump presidency. And the thing is, Trump and Epstein were talking, obviously, during Trump's presidency. And this is the big one, in my opinion. Tesla reached out to Epstein on at least 2 separate occasions to plan visits to the Caribbean island, where many allegations of sexual abuse were. Yeah, whatever. Ugh. In late November 2012 exchange, Epstein inquired how many people Musk would like flown in by helicopter to the island he owned, Little St. James, in the U.S. Virgin Islands. Probably just Tallulah and me, which is his old partner. By the way, Elon Musk was denying very recently, even, that he any connection with Epstein, any at all. Also, the fact that they're saying like that allegedly this language, the sexual abuse, oh my god, allegations of sexual abuse, not sexual abuse happened because they all of them want to be the next news anchor to go work with the next Jeffrey Epstein. When we get the next Jeffrey Epstein, all these guys are going to want to be able to be like buddy with them. Will the BVI St. Barrows over the holiday? What's a good time to visit? Play by ear if you want always space for you. It is so fucking rough, dude. There are so many. Like, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get to all of them because there are so. DOJ posted on Epstein docs with FBI tips, including accusing Trump of serious sex crimes. Then they suddenly took them down with no explanation. Now the files are back up like nothing happening. Nobody knows it was a mistake or if they freaked out from the backlash. Like, complaint summary reported an unidentified female friend who was forced to perform oral sex on President Trump approximately 35 years ago in New Jersey. The friend told Alexis that she was approximately 13 to 14-year-olds when this occurred, and the friend allegedly bit President Trump while performing oral sex. The friend was allegedly hit in the face. After she laughed about biting President Trump, the friend said she was also abused by Epstein. Blank reported that she had a friend, Blank, who was personal assistant to Epstein in Florida. This friend shared names with the guests. Epstein's party include Bill Clinton and Donald Trump. At age 16, while modeling, Collar attended a party as Epstein's New York residence. On one occasion, Collar reported she was sexually assaulted by Epstein. On another occasion, two twin brothers, Alan and Orrin, lured Collar and her friends upstairs, but they escaped back downstairs. Online complaint, she was the victim, sex trafficking ring, Trump golf course. It's just... It's infinite shit, dude. CHS believed Dershowitz was co-opted by Mossad, subscribe to their mission. CHS advised that this is a real conclusion story. Trump has been compromised by Israel, and Kushner is a threat. Brains behind his organization and his presidency. I mean, yeah, but that's always obvious. And even if Trump is, compromised by Israel, Trump doesn't give a fuck about Israel. Bob Shapiro, attorney Bob Shapiro, Anthony Allen Dershowitz were taken in rooms, forced to give oral sex to Donald Trump at age 14, while Ghislaine Maxwell was present. They're just, it's nothing good. And, these people are going to be going through it. Actually... Clinton Associated staffer asked Epstein for a number in a 2017 email. I mean, this guy's doing all this shit for me. Rokana, if there's no cover-up to release, there should be 320 prosecute members who rich or powerful men were. Yeah, I mean, obviously they're going to block out, besides Epstein, a bunch of people who were implicated in these. Old email chain between Epstein and Kathy Romer, an ex-Obama White House lawyer, now Goldman Sachs. They were just venting about Trump. She calls him gross and stupid. Epstein says he knows how dirty Donald is, meaning business drama, not sex stuff. There's no underage claims, no new witnesses. Power broker, infinite power broker, had infinite connections to people. You know, the thing about it is, I do think that Epstein killed himself. I think he was pressured into killing himself. I just don't know what they would have threatened him with at all to get the pressure. What did he care about so much that he was willing to kill himself to protect? Yeah, so they were deleted and then put back up. Ooh, Epstein sent himself in 2013 claiming Bill Gates caught an STD from Russian girls and begged him for antibiotics to secretly kill Melinda Gates. They're so evil. They're not even comically evil people. They're just disgustingly evil human beings. And it's just, there's so much shit to go through. I can't even begin to go through these myself because this would take infinite time to go through. I just pulled up a random document from the library. May 1st, 2009, plaintiff filed this action against Epstein. The complaint alleges 3 causes of action against him: coercion of enticement to a minor to engage in prostitution or sexual activity, cause of action for transportation with intent to engage in illicit sexual conduct, and that's count 2. Count 3. Cause of action for travel with intent to engage in illicit sexual conduct pursuant to 18 U.S.C. subsection 2255 and 2423B. Count 4, coercion and enticement of a minor to engage in prostitution. I literally clicked on a random one. I just scrolled and clicked on a random one. And this is what we're going to have to be going through. It's going to take at least a decade to go through literally everything. Well, not a decade, but it's going to take at least a year for news organizations, because news organizations are going through this as fast as they can. But 3 million files in one day, it's so much all at once. Jail supervisor described ruse to trick media while Epstein's body was removed. To draw attention away from the large news media presence outside the jail after Epstein's death became known, officials concocted a plan. What if you low-key just accidentally downloaded malware? I wouldn't be surprised. According to an August 16th, 2019 memo, jail supervisor told FBI agents that several employees have used boxes and sheets to create what appeared to be a human body that was loaded into a white van labeled as belonging to the Office of Chief Medical Examiner. The media members followed it when they left the jail. Epstein's actual body, according to interview notes, was loaded into a black vehicle, which departed unnoticed. As many of the documents released Friday, names were blacked out, so the identifiers of the jail's employees were not visible. Tried to interview Prince Andrew under oath. Organized dinners with former Prince Andrew. Epstein advised Democrats to stop demonizing Trump. You might want to tell your Dem friends that threaten Trump like a mafia don ignores the fact that he has great dangerous power. Epstein wrote in a typo-filled email, tightening the news too slowly risk a very bad. Gambino was never the commander-in-chief. Yeah, that's true. This isn't everything yet, still. They're still going through and releasing shit, like, on a schedule. Clayton says his office continues to engage with victims and their lawyers, including during a call Thursday. He said the Justice Department has invited victims to reach out if they believe anything has been published that should be redacted. A huge cache of documents included email correspondence between prosecutors, printouts of thousands of emails that Epstein either sent or received, news clippings, and reports written by FBI agents summarizing that their interviews witness alleged victims investigation. Yeah, of course, Todd Blanche is going to defend it. We did not protect President Trump. I promise you they did. There's a hunger or thirst for information that I don't think will be satisfied with their review of these documents. We did not protect Trump. We did not protect anybody. Yeah. I mean, they took people off of, like, genuine, like, child sex trafficking cases, like, ones that are happening now, to go through the Epstein files to protect Trump and, like, other wealthy people as much as possible. That's why it's taking so long, because they're sending people in there to, like, redact shit from Trump. That's implicating Trump. Epstein accusers criticized documents released as a betrayal. The latest release of Jeffrey Epstein files is being sold as transparency, but what it actually does is expose survivors. Reads the statement provided by the publicist of the late Virginia, one of the most vocal Epstein accusers. As survivors, we should never be the ones named, scrutinized, and re-traumatized, while Epstein's enablers continue to benefit from secrecy. Exactly. This is not over. We will not stop until the truth is revealed and every perpetrator is finally held accountable. The statement reads. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick. Yeah. Wait, what file is this? I need to see if this is a real file. I'd like to add a few other points disclosed by the purported victim. While on the yacht, he witnessed an African-American male having sex with a blonde and white females. All of them were bleeding during intercourse. He was a victim type of ritualistic sacrifice in which his feet were cut with a scarring. I don't know if this is a genuine email. Oh yeah, Epstein tried to get me to go to his island and I refused. Meanwhile, hey, I could fly back on the 3rd, be in St. Bart's, like, constantly talking with the Epstein guy himself. Mexican model became a center of unresolved mystery after a wild distressed public outburst in 2009. I'm gonna like look more into this, but I don't know if that one's real. That seems a little even far-fetched for me to believe. In 2017, Jeffrey Epstein dropped about $50,000 to a group honoring Howard Lutnick. Epstein woman accidentally released. Yeah, no fucking wonder. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Let's just release child sexual abuse content. Like, the FBI and they literally don't give a fuck about anything besides protecting Trump's name. Genuinely, none at all. What does J.E. think about going to Mar-a-Lago after Christmas instead of his island? These are some of the most evil, cruel people, and they run our fucking world. But Trump has been compromised by Israel. This email I want to actually take a look at. Hold on. Advised. Okay. This is what I wanted to look at. Well, that's not what I wanted to do. Thank you, Twitter, for being a garbage fucking website. Harry bought his Beverly Hills home from Trump. Inflated price was Harry's house when Harry blanked that Trump told him that he was going to fuck Amazon over their military contract. CHS advised that this is a real Conclusion story: Trump has been compromised by Israel, and Kushner is the real brains behind his organization and his presidency. I mean, yeah, we knew that. The new Epstein file reveals Bill Gates was begging Jeffrey Epstein for antibiotics to discreetly slip to his then wife Melinda. Oh shit! I just realized this was Bill Gates. I read that as Bill Clinton. What the fuck? To add insult to the injury, you then implore me to please delete the emails regarding your STD. Your request, I provide you antibiotics, and you can surreptitiously give to Melinda the description of your penis. You also made it clear to me that I am not to refer to blank, as that is another topic that must between the both of us. I cannot believe you have chosen to disregard our friendship. Developed over the last 6 years, I am aware that accidents happen. It is how each of us has chosen to deal with the unfortunate event that has me dismayed beyond comprehension. You have decided to discharge me from the job, but had Larry, your PR person, tell me that I engaged in morally inappropriate behavior, asking me to be a major actor in a cover-up so that you can maintain the reputation that you have worked so hard to achieve, asking me to recommit a confidentiality agreement, and have categorically told me that we cannot have any direct ongoing business relationship, and total disregard for its impact on the public perception of my reputation. I will have to diligently avoid the truth, tell people that Bill will not invest with me, and craft an answer suits to your needs. But you did agree to send your letter of recommendation should a future employer ask for one. You told me that Melinda insists on me not communicating with you unless Larry is copied or present. From Jeffrey Epstein to Jeffrey Epstein, subject to Bill. Said that generous compensation for keeping the Gates reputation intact, which it is still intact. Bill Gates has always been perceived as this amazing billionaire who wants to support the world. Keeping Gates' reputation in act. I convinced Melinda. It's not your fault. Weakness. It was a moment's weakness. I will do anything within my power to make it right for you. I have more money than anyone needs. I assure you, I will structure something so you will not be penalized from error. Lucky for me, I have enough money to provide to you. They will not heal the injury. I will make sure to secure generous compensation. I'll bend over backwards to make sure your next career is rewarding and upswing. Wait, hold on. Am I? If the shoe was on the foot, I would have said Boris. This. Oh, okay. I'm very sorry. Time will this will eventually pass. Regardless, suggest you buy the house that you have set on 30% of $100 million partnership for $30 million in today's dollars. Terms and conditions have been to be agreed. That is what I've done. I had been in your shoes. What I did receive, however, was an unfriendly, strongly worded email telling me how employable I am, that I should not look to you for any significant financial help in the future. In return for all of those requests, which I will have done without a second thought, I am not to attend meetings with Linda. I should continue to provide you with the same level of service and dedication that I have done so diligently until you are ready to discard me and our friendship. To blank from Jeffrey Epstein. That too needs to be uncensored. Send a heli for you. Sorry for all the typos sent from my iPhone. On December 14th, Elon Musk wrote, will it be via slaying Bartos? Yeah. Disgusting, evil human fucking people. Epstein files include a spreadsheet of allegations involving Trump and other powerful figures, not disproven, not corrected, removed, stated before they could delete it. I think it was deleted and then put back up. I mean, this is good.
Contain personally identifiable information of victims or victims' personal and medical files and similar files, the disclosure of which would constitute a clearly unwarranted invasion of personal privacy. Any depiction of CSAM or child pornography was obviously excluded. Anything that would jeopardize an active federal investigation. And finally, anything that depicts or contain images of death, physical abuse, or injury, also not produced. Although the act allows for withholding for items necessary to keep secret in the interest of national security or foreign policy, no files are being withheld or redacted on that basis.
To blank, man. Biden could have released all of these, by the way. Biden could have released these for the entire time he was in office, and he chose not to. Biden chose not to release these files. It's actually genuinely insane that Biden chose to not release these files once. Hate the Democrats as much as you hate the Republicans, please, chat.